When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the New Mexico State Aggies, taking on another team from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So New Mexico State's offense comes onto the field first today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Let's take just a moment to talk about New Mexico State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead. There he goes! Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
He's brought down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense. Creating it.
Into the secondary on the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He's looking to pass. Big guy smells it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
TCU 0.
Coming out with it, it's Ramsey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So TCU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Power football with the run. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited, forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. Tight end finds a soft spot. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Looking for the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico State. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ramsey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. To the air, it's Cross. Floats it out in space. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his target down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Here's the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. To the air on first down. Grabs it in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the single back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. Leaves it with the running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The lone back's got it. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat in second down?
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. That's it for the period. Break coming, and New Mexico State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd and goal from the 2? Trying to punch it in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Try to barge their way in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He makes the catch. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Reads it, fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Running to Green. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The DBs will back off a bit. Back to throw, it's Cross. Grabbed in the middle, it's Awesome. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a 1st down. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. A little release to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He'll do it himself. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line.
Second and goal.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. You got quarterbacks that have those multiple options. They're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
By the receiver.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
He's got it inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Aggies getting set on first and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
There ain't no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USC. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, running back on the move. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Cross. Snagged out of the air. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to run for it. Really nice Nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. It's awesome. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They boot it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to go in at halftime and potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jackson. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Handoff to the lone back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Pressure coming. They're setting up the screen. Touchdown, Aggies. A great catch and run for 6. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Ramsey. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul, but I'm trying to put some points up right here.
There he goes! Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Dropping back, it's Cross. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set and make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The play action fake. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They are set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. It's caught. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, New Mexico State.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He tries to take the top off. And he makes the grab at the 20. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got a man in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Horned Frogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll move the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Going for 6. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah.
sometimes they make some good ones. Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
PAT unit on the field.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Rodney and Leahy, this has not... blowout in South Bend today. They're up by a field goal over USC. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Buying some time. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. He's got an open man, and he'll be brought down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Fires to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Wide open downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. looking for a man. It's crossed. Quickly to the tight end. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Offense, quick tempo.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the touchdown, TCU. And the comeback is on.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll get rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell when he was catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, New Mexico State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. So a drive there of 85 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ramsey. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. All wideouts, no backs. Scanning the field, it's Cross. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a two...
Breaks into the open on the left. Touchdown, Horned Frog. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB is looking for.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week. But they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over Southern Miss. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on. really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Sometimes you'll hear guys derisively say, well, he just piles up numbers. When the number gets close to 450, that's worth doing.
And that's why they throw it as much as they do, because they've got a difference maker playing the quarterback position. He gives them a chance to be explosive and light up the scoreboard.
This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Ramsey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Off-play action on first down. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. He'll pull it on the read. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. To throw, it's Cross. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes a grab for a big play. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. He wants to throw it. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And a really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes.
Touchdown, TCU! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Timeout, TCU.
New Mexico State to the line after picking up the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Look out, he's got room. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge 3rd down conversion for this offense.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.